So this is the image I've selected for our third image transfer, and so I'll just do the same technique. We start the same way, clean plate, the Amsterdam oxide black, brayering that on in a nice even layer. Don't take too long. I'm not editing these videos so you can see how long it actually takes. So really long, straight strokes vertically and horizontally, making sure it's a nice, very thin, even layer on the plate. We'll try and minimize the brayer marks as much as possible. Clean that brayer off and lay the image down. You'll note that there's also quite an interesting image on the back of this page. I probably haven't laid that on as straight as I could have. And just giving it a good massage, good contact. I used to think that you had to be quick with this process, but I don't think you do. If you've got that nice thin layer and you've got a good quality magazine, I think it's really about getting that good contact at this point more than being quick. But it's a personal thing and a bit of experimentation. So let's see how we went with her. Oh, we've got a bit of a crease. So we've got the brand at the bottom, which I'm not a big fan of. So this time, instead of I'll just do this quickly, texture plates, and I just don't want to miss the opportunity of it being a bit damp. And can you see how we're printing into the image on the plate? And so I'm going to try with two different images here. And I'm going to get rid of that dulcer. I'm not a big fan of brands, but I don't want a sharp edge, so I'm sort of just going to massage it. And there we go, we've obscured that slightly. And we're just going to allow that to dry a bit. So again, my hairdryer, it's a shame I've got that line through it. There must have been, oh no, there was a white line in the image, so that's why. So with your hairdryer, again, just cool, light, really keep your eye on it. You don't want to overheat your plate, you don't want to melt it. But see how we've got the start of some of those beautiful textures and patterns there. So that now that that's dry, we're going to stamp into with some of these texture plates. Stamp into the image a bit more with colour now to repeat the pattern. So I've got this Atelier Raw Sienna Dark still here. Actually, I'll get a red, I think. I do like Deep Rose Madder in the Matisse range. You can see, well used, well loved. And what I do with this is put it on my palette, and using a smaller brayer, I'm going to actually apply it to here and stamp it into. But again, we keep the face nice and clean. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to season your stamp pad. It doesn't always come up beautifully, but we'll hopefully get a good print. And again, we don't want sharp lines, but I'll just massage that in with little fingers to try and get and then again we'll repeat that pattern, a bit more of our red. Excuse me. bit up here. Oh, that's a bit strong. If it's a bit strong, you can, let's get rid of that. Just soften the edges. Use some scrunched deli paper. That's just a little bit strong. You can ease that off a bit. And then I think we'll perhaps do a bit of, I might do a red again of this pattern. Might need a bit more. This beautiful design. I love this design. And I'm going to pop that in over there. Again, that's quite strong. And I might reinforce it there as well. I didn't. So I'm happy with it not being a complete image. I think we need a bit of this atelier to bring in some, and mixing the colours, they should look nice together. What's interesting is because I've been running the brayer over that, there's actually a pattern there. I'm not sure I want it on there, but I can show you what it would look like if I did. Now let me just show you that. Hope you can see that there. So that's again a pattern that you can use. I'm not going to use it on this now. I feel I need this to tone it down a bit and just to repeat the pattern. So I'm just brayering it on, and I'll just maybe do a lighter add a bit of the yellow to soften it a bit more, and the streakiness is quite nice. So this is how we're building up pattern on the page, but keeping the face nice and clean. Wow, look at that. Oh, I want to use that somewhere. Maybe I'll just, oh, where am I going to put that? Maybe I'll just down here. Okay. Off that brayer. So we've got some beautiful pattern down there. I'm not sure that the bold line there is going to look fabulous, but let's see how we go. I'll just dry it all off. That's quite thick there, so I'm going to need to really dry that. This is looking a bit, just clean that off a bit, I think. And if you do clean it off, you've really got to clean well. I have a feeling that's going to look like a pale pink there now, which is a shame. I'll just scrunch the edges a bit more. Not really into... Let's see how she goes. We'll dry that off. Nice to bring in some yellow elsewhere. So let me just now stamp that into the yellow and pop that down there. Do it like a little border. Again, I'd normally wash that off well. I'm just going to dry that and stop the video so it's not too long, and I'll resume in the next video. Thank you.